join me in the beautiful, pleasant surroundings of Salford University. It takes me back to my own days at university when I was at North Riding College in Scarborough, and also at Leeds University for the middle stint there. And I remember when we were at Leeds, actually, funnily enough, and we were taught to watch this video, and it was all about, you know, saving the planet and global warming and all the rest of it. And it was a real kind of propaganda film, but you know, yeah, I sensed when we were asked to write an essay about it what they were kind of looking for, so I ticked all the boxes, went along with it. There's one guy though called Rich, and he said this is all bobbins, this, and he went totally against what was in it, and we're all like, oh, he's gonna fail, I can't believe he's just completely thrown it back in the faces and dissed this video for being full of propaganda and trying to pull on the heartstrings and all the rest of it without real data and without real proper facts. And anyway, when the results came back, you know, we all got 2 2s, and he got a first on the essay, and I was like, whoa, how did that happen? How on earth did that happen? And I think what it was they were looking for somebody who spoke the mind and had their own mind and considered it themselves, considered the evidence themselves, and was able to put forward a reasonable, balanced argument. And it's quite rare that these days. And I thought, brilliant, well played, Rich. I've learnt my lesson. You know, I've never been like that since. I've always looked at everything objectively and not just swallowed everything that I've been told. Now, I dare say that these days you wouldn't get away with that. You would probably not get away in a university like this coming out with something like that. They'd probably throw it back in your face and say, no, you're not towing the party line, you're rejecting what we're teaching you, stick to the plan, stick to the plot. And it's sad that things have come to that. You know, we're in a beautiful place here, great facility here at Salford University for learning, and you know, that's exactly what it should be about. It should be about learning, embracing as much knowledge as possible, and coming up with your own understanding of things. But it seems that we're just forced into a certain way of thinking with so many areas. You know, what is education these days? Has it become just a place to indoctrinate the youth of today, to make them think like we think, or is it genuinely a place where learning takes place and you can draw your own conclusions from that learning? You know, this is something that I worry about in the days that are coming ahead, because I want people to be able to think for themselves. I want people to gather the evidence and make conclusions from their own understanding of what they've discovered. So, you know, and that it's like that in the realm of theology. You know, what are we taught to believe? Are we taught to believe that there is no God? Are we taught to believe that evolution's how it came about, through completely random chance, everything coming from nothing? Or are we going to look at the evidence? Are we going to look at the facts? Are we going to understand the evidence and interpret it, irrespective of what everybody else is telling us, irrespective of what the people around us are saying, irrespective of what people who are in higher positions than us, like the government, the media, or our college lecturers? Are we going to think for ourselves? Are we going to take what we learn and apply it to our own lives? Because I'll tell you what, you know, there is a way that seems right unto man, but the end leads to destruction. And the right way is to follow God's way. You know, I'm looking around at this beautiful scene around me, and you can see the trees and the flowers, and you know, it's clearly, you know, evidence of a creator. Looking at the sun up there shining down upon me, that's exactly the same size as the moon, apparently, to us. You know why? Because it's 400 times bigger than the moon, and for that reason, when you get a solar eclipse, they fit perfectly on top of each other. Another case of random chance, or a little message there to remind us that, you know, God created it all. Everything has an intelligent design. You know, I ask you to look into these things and not be swallowed, not swallow up all the stuff that you get told by people in higher positions than you, but to think for yourself. You know, you have the most powerful tool, and you have the answers right at your fingertips in the Bible. You don't need to look any place else. If you get your Bible out and you read in your Bible, you'll find everything that you need for this life. And you turn to the very first page, and the very first verse when you will read, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And that, my friends, is wisdom. That, my friends, is knowledge. And when you take God at His word, you'll find Him to be everything you need Him to be. I pray that you'll do that. I pray that you'll find the God who made everything and who loves you. Pray that you will. Don't stop searching. Don't swallow everything. Think for yourself. Be educated and believe.